Hi, welcome back to bullbearbrew.com. My name is Chris, and again, just like the disclaimer, I know absolutely nothing about anything that I'm talking about. That includes trading, obviously, and anything with stocks and the markets. But more importantly, it's beer. I know nothing about microbrews, and I'm trying to develop my palate, and I'm also trying to force myself to continue to look at the charts, because obviously that's what makes me money, and this is just a really fun way of doing it. So I hope that you enjoy it. If you do, please leave me comments. I always look forward to different microbrews that you might have, tasting notes if you have any of those, and if you want to talk charts, let's talk charts. But again, I'm not anywhere shape or form any sort of advice giver when it comes to that at all. No licenses, no responsibilities. It's all you. Okay, that's it. Now it's time to grab your glasses. Let's review the brew. This one today comes from us, let's see, from South Burlington, Vermont. It is Magic Hat, and this is not quite pale ales. There's Magic Hat's not quite pale ale. It's got a big giant number 9 on it, kind of a little psychedelic print, and I like that they put 3/4 pint. I'm not sure exactly why I like that. It just is cool, because normally you see ounces, and this is just a 3/4 pint bottle. Pretty cool. So anyway, it has a little let's see, best of date. Yeah, we're still good. And let's give it a shot. So this is the not quite pale ale by Magic Hat. I'm going to read the label here to you. The ancient ritual of brewing a distinctively rich and flavorful beer is a performance to behold. Our mysterious melange of time-honored ingredients harmonize with chaotic chemistry, humble patience, and blind faith to create unique beers to share in the rousing company of kindred spirits. Cheers. So that is Magic Hat. Kind of a cool feel to it. You can find them at magichat.net, and it's 5.1% alcohol by volume. So let's give it a shot. Okay, off we go. I'm guessing this is kind of like an IPA, being that it's a not quite pale ale as opposed to the India pale ale. But let's see. Oops. Okay. I'm just trying to be careful, because one of these days I'm just going to spill it all over the laptop, and that would make for a horrible show, but a great blooper. Interesting. Okay, this is kind of cool. This is the cap, which I've sort of damaged slightly here. But on the inside, it reminds me of a Snapple. It says, "It's no sin, try again." And I believe that every single one of these has a different little saying on them. So that's, hey, you know what? That's a reason to buy Magic Hat right there. Okay. The not quite pale ale pour. Kind of a, all right, not too bad. Again, there's our little shot for the cover there. Smile. Okay, and again, for those who are new, that's the one I'm going to use to actually show for the blog, so that's why I do that. I guess I could always pose for it later, but why? This is for fun anyway. Oh, I know. Back to the brew. All right, a little dark, not quite the lightness of a lager, kind of like your Budweisers or whatever, but the foam on the top, not quite as heavy as some of the others I've had, but not too bad. And again, I don't know what I'm talking about, so if you guys can tell me, well, you know what, you should have said this or that, that would be helpful. Even years from now, I don't mind criticism. It's how we all learn, or in my case, how I drink. Now, actually, the aroma on that's really nice. It's almost floral, I want to say. Floral. It's like it's got a bouquet to it. It's got a it doesn't smell like an IPA at all. It doesn't seem to have that hoppiness. It's almost like a little apricot, a little nectarine, something like that. Pretty interesting. So let's give it a taste here. Definitely not IPA. So I'd go with the not quite pale ale. It's like a little sweet, not a lot sweet, but a little sweet. Just the tiniest bit of honey, maybe a little nectarine, but it's good. It's really good, and I would recommend it. So that is the Magic Hat not quite pale ale. Okay, now it is time for the Bull and the Bear.
Okay, so let's go through these. Alcatel-Lucent, looking to be really on a tear up, and I don't like that I'd have to chase it, so I'm going to stay off that for now. Wait for that pullback. AVNR. Quickly flipping through here. Could be good, but I don't like those moving averages. So I'm going to keep that and see if those act as a support level at any point. Right now, I don't think so. BPOP saying it's a buy at 3. And could be, but I still would want to make sure it makes it through those moving averages. Citigroup, potentially 420. Looking at a little lower, because even though it's pretty strong, I'd want to be a little more conservative on this particular one. CIM, we're going to be holding off on CIM. Mostly, again, because it's on a tear already and I'd be chasing it. It's not worth it. Plenty of other opportunities out there. DRYS, watching for a pullback. And remember, what I'm doing is when I'm looking at these charts, I'm looking for two things. The first and foremost reason that I'm looking at the chart is to figure out a reason why not to trade. The second reason that I'm looking at the charts is to figure out a reason to trade, and specifically a reason to trade that has a high probability of making some money. I don't think that one does. I'm waiting for a pullback still. This, maybe starting to come back a little bit, but I want to see the floor there on it. Hero. This one's on a tear. So I missed this one, but that's okay. And see that gap still hasn't even filled in. Something's going on here. This is maybe offshore drilling, something like that. Actually looks exactly what that is. So kind of a newsy stock. I'm sure that'll pass $5 and it'll drop off this list, since I only do $1 to $5 and about 5 million shares on average volume. LTON, lots of volatility on that. So let's just see what happens. I'm going to watch some stability. LVLT, this one I have in a $1.25 right now. I may have potentially missed this one. This would have been a good buy, but I might be a little too conservative. I could probably get away with $1.30 on this one. But again, the first thing you do is look for a reason not to trade, because if you don't trade, you retain your dollars. If you do trade, you should trade with a high probability of profit. And that way, if you're putting money at risk, there's a really good chance you're going to come back with more. And then the third option, obviously, is to trade and then lose money. But if I do any of the first two, I come out ahead or even, and that puts at least the odds in my favor. Okay. LG, I don't like that. See those bouncing around here on the 4 hour? That's a lot of volatility. Something's going on. Not really happy. Definitely same thing on the daily. Not my kind of stock. So watch for the gaps. I don't like the gaps at all. NBG, National Bank of Greece. Greece has been doing so poorly for so long. Eventually this has got to play out, but it doesn't look like it has yet. So I'm going to keep that down. Sprint. Looks like. Now this looks like it's not a horrible buy right now. But I want to make sure it can get through these moving averages. If it can show just a little bit of pep to break through that, that might be a decent catch. Depends a lot what happens with this monthly. And then Sirius. See, we set it at $1.50. I think this one I may have already missed for now, at least on this cycle, but that's okay. SNV. Looking for the bounce. Looks like things might be coming down. I'd like it to get above that 275 mark. Show a little bit of strength, and then maybe we've got something there. And then SONS Networks. Looking for under $3. I just want to take a look and see what this looks like. Because it just might fall and then not come through here again, or will it get a little bit of support there? So that's what I'm looking for. All right, that is that for this week for Bull and Bear. Again, using freestockcharts.com, highly recommended. And I don't get paid a dime for that, by the way. That's just, you know, I just love the software. It's great. It's free. You're seeing the free version now, so it's phenomenal. And then that's that. If you have any comments, questions, please definitely leave them there, or you can see us on our page on Facebook. I'm always open for microbrew suggestions and all that fun stuff. And that's all I got. So I hope you enjoy the show, and we will see you next week. Take care.